I was like, what? Wait a minute. But I thought you was the owner, sis. Okay. I'm like, why are y'all getting done at 8 o'clock at night with the things that have to go on at your childcare business? Now, I understand, having to come home and cook dinner and do all those things. But like when you leave your daycare business, your childcare center, your preschool program, or if you're a home provider, when those kids leave you, you should be done with your day and you should be able to shift off into whatever you do in the evenings, okay? And spend time with your own family. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Benz of ashleybenz.com. I'm the founder and creator of Childcare Business Executive Tools, where I help the exhausted, overworked, burnt out childcare business owner basically help you gain a better work-life balance, create some harmony between your center, your preschool program, your Montessori school, your nature-based play program, whatever type of service that you provide to children and families. I help you create a better work-life balance. So today I wanted to talk to you and give you 3 actionable quick tips to help you put an end to working until 8 p.m. at night. I know you're doing it. We got to get you out of that, okay? We've got to get you into a better work-life balance. But before we hop into today's video, I would like to welcome all my new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. I am so happy to see you here. Welcome to the community. If you are a regular and you have been around for, I guess, ever since I started this channel, I would like to welcome you back. And if you are new or you're just stumbling up on my channel, I would love to invite you to subscribe. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit the little bell so that you're notified of when I post up videos. Okay, so now let's go ahead, grab you something to sip on, your choice of beverage. This is your time to invest in yourself and to learn how to have a better work-life balance as a childcare business owner. So go ahead and grab you something to sip on and let's jump into today's video. So about a few weeks ago, I did a poll inside of our private Facebook group community, which you need to join if you're not a part of. But I did a poll and I asked everybody, what time were they actually done with their day, and at what time were they actually able to relax and sit down in relation to being done with their day at the center. And so there was a widespread of people answering about 8 o'clock at night. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. But I thought you was the owner, sis. Okay. I'm like, why are y'all getting done at 8 o'clock at night with the things that have to go on at your childcare business? Now, I understand, having to come home and cook dinner and do all those things. But like when you leave your daycare business, your childcare center, your preschool program, or if you're a home provider, when those kids leave you, you should be done with your day and you should be able to shift off into whatever you do in the evenings, okay? And spend time with your own family. So I was like, okay, I got to do a video on this because listen, y'all, you don't have to work until 8 o'clock at night. So let me go ahead and give you these 3 actionable quick tips to help you put an end to working until 8 p.m. So quick tip number 1, make a list of everything that has you working late. So what are the things that are causing you to work late? And one good question to kind of ask yourself is, are you spending time during the day working on director tasks, which only maintain your business instead of working on CEO tasks? And so what happens is that because you are working on things that just maintain, that is the day-to-day busy work. That's, the stuff that just kind of keeps everything moving. Then by the time that the center is closed, well, guess what? You haven't gotten your things done, your CEO things done. And so you're working late, okay? So what I need for you to do is make a list of everything that you're doing that is causing you to work late. All right, so quick tip number 2 is to eliminate those tasks by simply delegating. So I always like to look at those kind of tasks and I like to kind of get a visual in my mind and say, okay, these need to be shifted off my plate because these are causing me to work late, causing me to come home and still have to be working, on business stuff. And so how can I get these shifted off of my plate and delegate it off to someone else? In other words, If it has me up until 8 o'clock at night, then there needs to be some shifting of tasks that need to be delegated that happen during the day. Okay. And so you have to be really careful about what you're doing during the day that's causing you to work late. And so be sure to check out my video where I talk about how to delegate and outsource tasks. Okay. And I'm going to leave that somewhere above. So there should be a link down below or somewhere above where you can go watch that video after you get finished with this one. So quick tip number 3 is you have to learn how to mentally shut the day off. And I know this is something that is very difficult to do because you are literally having to train your brain how to mentally shut the day off. Because at some point, you're going to have to come to a place where you really trust yourself in the fact that you are satisfied with the work that you've done for the day and that it was good enough. Okay. You've got to trust yourself to say, you know what? The work I got done for the day, it was good enough. The day is over. Now I just need to shut it off and get myself rejuvenated so I can get up and do it all over again the next day. One way that I like to mentally shut my day off is that I actually have a shut off time on my calendar that says this is it. Okay. And so on my calendar, there is a way that you can like literally block out time in a way so that nothing else can be added on after a specific set of time. And so for me, when I ran my center, that was at 3:30. So at 3:30, anything after 3:30 could not be added to my calendar. And if I did add it to my calendar, I would have to override that. So add a shut off time to your calendar and make this a non-negotiable. This time is non-negotiable. If you want to be done with your center and be done with everything by 3 o'clock or 3:30, that time is non-negotiable. But it definitely is a psychological thing that you'll just have to train yourself to do that. I know for me, just kind of putting it on my calendar that way, that really just helped me to mentally be able to do that because I just wasn't able to add anything else on there. So there wasn't anything else for me to do for that day except go home and just mentally shut, the center off. Okay, so let's just face it. Okay, let's just be honest. Let's be honest with yourself because everything that you have going on that's keeping you working late is really by choice. And the reason why I say that is because you are the owner. Okay, say that out loud. Okay, I want you to say that out loud with me right now. And I want you to say, I am the owner. And as you being the owner, you get to design whatever you want to for your childcare business, okay? Which means that you can design a time to shut things off and not be working until 8 o'clock at night. The reason why you're working until 8 p.m. is because that's what you designed. That is how you have that set up. So really, it is by choice. And that someone watching is going to say, well, wait a minute, Ashley, now there is a lot of stuff I have to do. You don't understand. It's just so much going on. And I just want to tell you that, yes, I do understand. I had a lot of stuff going on as well. There was always something going on. There's always a hot issue. There's always this that has to get done. But the one thing that I had to be honest with myself, and I think that's the key. I think you're going to have to really start being honest with yourself and being truthful with yourself. And that for me was saying that I am too very important. I am my center's best asset. And if I don't take care of me, then it doesn't matter. But at some point, my body will eventually shut me down myself, right? Like you're going to run into some sort of a health issue that you're going to have to stop. So why not just use the wisdom that God has given us and just say, you know what? I'm going to shut it off. Every day at such and such time, I'm done. And again, I've got to go back to remind you that you just have to be able to learn to trust yourself and trust and just say, you know what I did for the day was good enough. And be okay with what didn't get done. I think that's another thing we could talk about is that you just have to be okay with what didn't get done. You guys know if you are a regular around here, you know me, but you know that I do sometimes scriptures will pop into my mind. And so I just usually call that's just God is working through me. But one scripture that really pops up to me where it talks about the fact that don't worry about today or I'm sorry, don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow has its own troubles. And so there's no need in being concerned about what didn't get done and, oh my goodness, this is going to cause issues tomorrow. Whatever that the case is there. I know there are some things that might cause an issue, and then those are those emergency situations, but I'm not talking about that. I am just talking about just day-to-day stuff that did not get done. Be okay with it, okay? Because guess what? If you did everything today, what are you going to do tomorrow? And so the minute that you can learn to mentally detach yourself from your childcare business is going to be, you'll be able to put an end to working until 8 p.m. at night or whatever time you're getting done. You'll be able to put an end to bringing work home and having to work on weekends and having to miss family functions. Or I know with one of our, the training that I did with her, the interview that I did with Miani, the Montessori school owner, I know she was even talking about how she would have to bring her work to her daughter's ballet, practices or dance practices or something like that. You'll be able to stop all that, right? And be able to just be present in the moment with your own family, okay? Remember, the children and families, yes, they are important, but there is nobody more important than your own family. All right, so there you go. 3 quick actionable tips that can help you put an end to working until 8 p.m. I have tried all these, and I promise you guys, they work for me. They work for other owners that I work with and clients I work with inside of my Director to CEO Accelerator program. These strategies really do work. And if you implement and execute, then you are going to see a change and a difference in you working at night and staying up till, I don't know how long you're staying up, okay, trying to get things done. Okay? Now, your job this week, okay, is to go implement. It's one thing to sit here and watch these videos, okay, and, come in weekly and watch my YouTube videos, but why not really take advantage of this valuable information and actually implement? So if you want to do that, we are so ready to help you inside of our free private Facebook group community. Join the community. Okay. And we would love to be able to help you and support you be able to take these steps and these quick tips and actually execute and put them in place. Okay. So the link to all that will be down below in the video to join, access your free membership inside of our community. And again, we're there to support you. Okay. Right now, there's over 2,000 owners in there that are really striving to have a better work-life balance. So be sure to join us over there. If you are getting started and you want to get licensed, be sure to look down in the description box. There's going to be a link. I have a free roadmap guide. There's some free trainings available, some resources that can help you understand what it is that you need to do to actually become licensed. And if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, okay? That really helps support this channel. You guys, it is a lot of work putting these videos together and pumping out this content every single week. So please give me a like, and that just really, honestly, that's almost like giving me this big virtual hug and just saying thank you. So I really appreciate that. If you have watched all the way through and you have yet to subscribe, I need for you to stop what you're doing, because I know sometimes if you're like me, you've got me on right now, but you're doing other things in the background. But if you could just stop what you're doing right now and come hit this subscribe button, go ahead and hit the bell so that you're notified of when I post up videos, which is weekly, and I will see you in the next one. Hang on, stop. I really need to grab something to sip on right now.